What's going on, people? Not for the radio, NFTR. Big up to Mr. Drinks, mrdrinks.co.uk. Respect for the turn up. All right, so it's time for another special guest, flown in especially to see us lot. Myself, Dwayne, Posty, Shams, all the way from the US. Is it New York or LA right now?
Oh, it's New York right now.
All the way from New York. We got Estelle in the building.
Hi. Hello.
What's been going on, man?
Too much. a lot.
So you're here in the UK. Normally when you come to the UK, you're here for like one day.
Yeah.
And then
Same deal.
You jet straight back out. So what brings you to the UK this time?
Well, I came in earlier to do like a talk and like a Q&A at Cambridge Union. At university. So, and I always use it as a time to see my family and hang out for a day or two.
So what was the talk?
Well, it was just about my experience and what what I could give to the students and, and just telling my story. It was fun. It was cool. Like you start telling tales and you realize how long you've been in the industry and how much you've done. And it was a bit of a moment. I was there like, I'm grown. I'm an adult. Like, it's crazy.
So you've been flying a flag for British music for a long time. You've achieved a lot.
Thank you.
What I want to ask you is, how do you feel UK MCs are now? Because you've seen it from how long ago did you start?
To what is now. I started in 98, so it's almost 17 years.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a long time.
So living in the US, what's your view on UK MCs right now? You know what?
I love that MCs here have taken the whole... learned what not to do and learned what to do and are taking themselves seriously as a brand. They're really doing it and making industries out of their careers. And that makes me happy and proud because it's not just about music anymore. The fact that people are adapting and really becoming something and something in the city and in the country and, in the UK and the rest of the world, aside from feeling that they have to go over there to have to do it, is to me the point. It's why we do it. It's why I went out there. It's the reason why I went out there and was like, I'm from London. This is, it makes me happy.
Living out there, right? We're hearing a lot of, Krept and Konan's names being mentioned in America and Skepta.
Nice.
Their names are being mentioned in America. Is that true or false? Is it a hype from this side of the Atlantic?
No.
Does it just look like that? But you live in there, can you confirm they really are making waves?
They're making waves. You know how it is in the States that, they kind of come here, absorb everything, and then go back and redo it their way, So they're making waves. You're hearing their names everywhere. And every time, I'll be out and about and I'll see tweets, I'll see Instagrams. So I'll be in LA and I'm quiet. I go and do my work and I leave and I know people are in town. And it makes me proud, makes me happy. I feel a little like, it's nice, So, and even just the fact that Ye had everyone on stage, I heard there was gripes about who weren't there and who was there. All right. But,
I think the gripe was, should they have done that?
I think
the UK MCs in question, or should they not have? I can't believe people thought that deeply into it. But
the bigger picture, their people's names are now being mentioned, the new generation's being mentioned, and that's what's important. It's we can always complain about, man, people ain't really doing it, but well, can I curse?
Yeah, of course.
All right, well, fuck them. We don't need them to do it, but it's good to go out in the world and show people who you are and what you're doing. It's good to go and represent yourself worldwide. So I get excited anytime I see anybody embrace what we do, and Ye has consistently done that. Whether he's using it or whether he really appreciates it.
Would you say he's doing it? Someone that knows
a little bit, but take it, use it. You guys use it too.
So
they should use it too.
He's taking advantage, you would say.
No, he's putting a spotlight on it, but also absorbing it.
Okay. How did you guys collaborate? How did that come about?
I knew him and I met him in 2003.
Okay.
Before my album even came out, my very first album.
Okay.
So we were friends for a while. And then as I actually was cooler with John Legend because I wanted to work with him.
Yeah.
I loved his voice. And as it moved along and I left V2 because they were trying to tell me to, work with producers I didn't care about after 1980. They were like, you did great, you did wonderful. Go over here and do this now. I was like, for what?
Yeah.
I don't know who those people are. And you're telling me every person that has heard my record wants to do what I did with 1980. Why would I go and work with these producers and do these stupid records? Let me go.
Yeah.
John said he'd sign me. It took me 3 years to get out of my deal with V2 and signed to Warner, and that's how that all kind of came about. He was always around. He was always in studios, and you know, whenever I would work with John, he would be around, and that's how it kind of built. You know?
So was it your affiliation with John? What made you make that conscious decision to move to America?
Well, yeah, because he signed me to a deal out there.
Okay.
So it was just simply easier. Everyone was like, man, she just left and went. I was like, well, I wasn't signed to any deals over here. I was signed over there. What was I supposed to do?
So how long have you actually been living there now?
8 years.
So have you really betrayed us for an American boy?
A couple of them, yeah.
Whoa.
Nah.
It's real talk. You prefer American guys
I don't prefer. I prefer good men over.
No,
Oh,
but
like
you must have a preference though. Aren't we like more polite and smooth?
No, well, you're smoother. Look at this. Look at his face as he's saying this. Look. Did he lick his lips? What's wrong with you, sir? Look.
It's hot. I'm sorry.
Oh, Lord. I'm too young for this. Nah, you know what? Men are men, and I'm learning this, and you learn it as you go along. The song was funny, and I wrote it when I was in Miami, my first time seeing an influx of Latin men, and I hadn't seen them, and I was really impressed by it all. I was on the beach like, well, yes, this is wonderful.
So is it true?
It's true. That's
It's
how
true.
the song. That's how.
But is it true about the Latin men, the Latin lovers? Is that true?
Yeah, they do everything. It's wonderful.
Okay,
It's
right.
wonderful.
What do you mean they do everything?
I do everything.
Can we?
They do.
No,
What
please
did you hear
elaborate.
about Latin men, Shams?
I just Latin men are supposed to make great lovers. So
And you can confirm?
Wow.
It's real.
So you mentioned that American Boy was, it's based on a real life situation, the Latin lovers thing. Yeah. Kanye's verse is like really.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he really understood like the English thing while he was doing his verse. Did you have any help with that?
A little bit. He freestyles a lot.
Yeah.
Well, damn near all. And so he was in recording, and he asked me a couple of things. He was like, there's a whole other version of the verse where he cut out, talking about the British press and stuff. I was like, man, listen, sir, what you can't do, that we cut it out to make it shorter more than anything else. But he asked me a couple of things, and specifically, what's the drink? And I was like, well, we're not really Cristal, Rosé, Belvedere, Ribena. Everyone knows what that is.
Yeah.
And that literally was.
Don't they
how
have
that
that
line
in
came.
America?
No.
Oh, no.
They look at
Ribena.
me like, what is that you're drinking?
What have they got, like Vimto or something?
None of that.
Oh, nothing like that.
Nothing like that. It's Kool-Aid. It's cranberry juice. It's everything has cranberry, cran apple, cran grape, cran this, cran that, orange juice and stuff. But it all comes like juice.
Yeah.
The only thing they have that's like a cordial is a Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
And even that's like powder. It's weird. It's different.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you helped, put a
Let him
couple
know.
bits in there. 'Cause
Yeah.
people actually forget that you're actually quite a sick rapper. I remember
Thank you.
when I was quite young, I think I was about 9 at the
Here,
time.
here we go. He's got an age complex.
He does? How old are you?
I'm 28.
Oh, that's cool.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
We can make it work.
Lord have mercy. Get
yeah.
your guy. Get your guy.
Yeah, I'm playing. I remember you had that song with Black Twang.
Yeah, Trickster.
Trickstar, such a hard song.
Thank you.
Do you kind of miss rapping?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I stopped because I got bored of it.
Really?
Literally, yeah. I got bored of it.
So you'd never throw another rap verse on anything?
I might if I get inspired, but right now, the space I'm at, I was bored. I was like, I can't think of anything inspiring to say. And if I do say anything, I don't want it to suck. Not coming from that perspective with this many eyes on me. So,
Yeah.
when I'm inspired, I'll do it.
Would you say you're the best female MC to ever come out of the UK?
No, I wouldn't.
Who would you say is then?
There are a couple that were lyrically to me, I think, doper. I think I just put it in slightly plainer words.
What about Baby Blue? Like,
She was great,
What's your
You guys were good
relationship with her
friends.
now?
I haven't seen her in a minute. Like, she was originally going to come out with me on my label, but things never worked out. But she's on my very first major label single on a record called Don't Talk. So I'm proud and happy for her. I haven't seen her in a minute, but I keep up what everyone's doing. It's great to see people still stay true to their passion, and she sings a bit now too. So that makes me happy. It kind of not validates, but it kind of makes me feel good that people aren't just feeling like, well, all I can do is rap.
Boxed in.
Yeah, boxed in. She's doing she's using all her talents. So Yeah, man.
So after American Boy, it kind of put you on a different platform to what you were before. Incredible song. It did really, really, really well. So after that point, like from us being in England, it just feels like
I went somewhere and sat down.
What, you did
I went
what?
somewhere and sat down.
No, not even that. It just like, it just seemed like you just became really popping in America more so than here, even maybe a little bit. How did that work? It's like the Americans really
Gravitate and embrace
yeah,
it.
they really embrace you. Like you worked with Rick Ross.
Well, I don't think I wasn't as popping here. It's a different terrain, not as a way to explain it. It's a different terrain. There aren't as many formats here to play the music that I want to say that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's a little harder for me to say, man, American Boy isn't strictly R&B or whatever. And I think it got played and it got placed partly with Kanye, but partly because of the sound of the record. It wasn't hip hop or R&B. It was just kind of dance.
Yeah,
you know, and a lot of the formats here are dance.
Yeah.
Out here are dance. You know, I come back and I say, put it on Choice, and it's like, what is this on the radio now? Where? You know, so there's not really a format for it anymore. So to me, it was just, you know, well, can I put out Thanks? So I had another album, a whole other album between the one I just put out and Shine. And I had a record called Thank You. And I'm thinking, this one's going to hit people, you know, people are going to love it here. And there is nowhere to play this record here. Yeah. All the stations were like, well, it doesn't sound like American Boy, it doesn't sound like pop music, so we can't play it. It only got played on like the underground stations and stuff like that. And I was just like, the fuck? Like, how? Yeah. Why not? It's good music. Yeah. So, you know, that kind of should inform your, wait, in the US, there's a few more places. It's dwindling. There's it's becoming smaller. But there's more platforms for R&B. There's more platforms for soul and different styles. And I don't just do one style of music. Yeah. You know, I do so many different styles. Yeah, no, so it's harder.
So with that being said, don't want to dwell on, you know, MC shouldn't dwell on kind of making it in America too much. UK MCs. But is America the promised land? I feel like, I know a few people
it ain't the promised land.
that have been successful, like yourself, like Alex the Kid, Harmony, producers that have killed it in America, sold millions of records and whatnot. Like, and it feels like you guys don't look back. When you've gone and you've been successful out there, not saying they don't care about the UK or you don't care about the UK, but you don't look back. Is America the promised land? Should people be aiming for that?
No, I think you should just aim for the world. Okay. That should be your focus. However you get it, wherever you get it, whatever you do to get it. If it means that's what it means for you, cool. If it means Japan for you, cool. If it means Germany for you, cool. If it means here for you, cool. Whatever works for you. You know, I can only speak to my personal instance. I had an opportunity to go that way and do it. And I wanted to do it. And so I did, you know.
Do you feel like here that you're limited? Because you said that, you know, when you come back here and you tried to play a record that was a little bit different to American Boy, they were like, we want American Boy times 12.
But then, you know, and then I gave them American Boy times 12 and they were like, we don't want to play this. I was like, well, fuck you then. Like, I'm just going to do what the fuck I want to do.
Name and shame, man. What?
There was another record in between that we floated out, and it was like a B-side that we had recorded, and it wasn't meant to be a single. I just liked it. It was a feel-good record, and the label loved it. It's called Fall in Love. And, you know, and they were like, is this an American Boy ripoff? And I was like, it's just a good song. Let it be what the fuck it is, you know? And if anything, that would have been the record for them to play, and then they didn't play that. So at that point, I just stopped caring whether or not they played my records, and I just went and made what the fuck I was making and did what the fuck I wanted to do.
So tell us about your life now. So you live in New York.
Yeah, between New York and LA, wherever the hell they send me.
Okay, cool. So what's a typical day for Estelle right now?
God. I'm probably on an airplane in the morning.
Link your Latin man.
No.
He's already there.
No. I'm probably on an airplane in the morning. Same thing, same work. Interviews or studio, depending on what I have to do. And now I run my own label, so it's back again. So it's business too. It's, you know, it's
so you're running your own label now?
Yeah, I have my own label back with BMG.
So you're not working with John anymore?
No.
How comes? What happened?
Well, I asked him to let me go too. Nothing bad. Me and John still love each other. We're still friends. We're still supportive. It was like 10 years of working with somebody, you grow. And my whole thing was with him, when I signed to him, was, yo, if in 10 years I still need you, then we're not doing what we were meant to do. Okay. You know? If in 10 years I haven't learned anything, then we're not doing the job we came here to do as artists. And he agreed with me. So 10 years hit, and I was like, so I think I'm good to go. And he was like, I got it.
You still gonna work together?
Oh yeah. I still send him records to Proof and what you think of this, and we're still we're still friends. It's just everyone has to have their own, and I have my own, and he has his own. So it's cool. It's still people.
Were you ever considered to be a part of? I know it's random, but good music.
No,
I think you'd fit in there.
I don't know now. Maybe the older iteration.
You
but
cool with Kanye?
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
How
happy
is
for
how
him.
is he, man? He's got a lot going on.
He's yay. He's a married man with a family now. Like
so you've seen the changes.
Yeah. But he's been consistently a nice person for all the stuff. He understands the game. He knows what he has to do. Let that man do what he has to do.
Okay. So you got the label. What's the plans with the label?
I'm looking for new artists now.
UK in particular?
Wherever, just good.
All right. So
that's always been my mandate.
Okay.
Just good. I
UK.
can't.
If before we finish this interview,
right,
you had to sign someone.
Yeah.
Forget the money, forget the terms, just talent based.
I don't know.
Who would it be in the UK?
I honestly don't know. I might have to call you and ask you, because I see a lot of people that are doing it and don't need the help. And that's good. Fuck, that's what you should be doing.
Who would you like to work with besides needing help? Who would you like to work with?
I'm not sure, man. There's no one there are a couple girls who I think would be great. There are a couple female MCs who I think could be great.
Like?
Who are really Well, I liked, and I still like, and I think I'm waiting for her to really do some more awesome shit. Lioness.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Great.
Yeah.
I like the quirkiness and the craziness of Lisha. I think she's insane. Like, she's a character and a freaking half. Like, I follow her on Instagram and I'm like, young and getting it. All right.
Do you follow her on
whatever.
Snapchat?
No, I can't. Like, I just about get Snapchat. I don't care. Call what you want.
Why do you ask
Too young
that,
for Snapchat.
Posty?
Nah, she did something on Snapchat
What did she do
that
on
made
Snapchat?
that hit the headlines.
What did she do?
But
Tell me what she did.
If you don't know, I don't say. I don't
Tell me what
snitch.
she did.
Man, I don't know.
Stop lying. Tell me.
She did something.
Look, what did she do?
She did something that people do in private on Snapchat.
Yeah, something of that nature.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was like a drop and
Oh.
yeah.
She went to the toilet on Snapchat.
Yeah.
She did that?
Yeah, but that's why you like her, because she's
Okay, that's
quirky.
girl. Young lady.
No, I think that's quirky though.
She went to it on Snapchat.
It's 2015.
I mean, live your life.
Take
I
your
guess.
phone.
I guess. But I like her on Instagram. I don't know about taking a dump on Snapchat. If that happened, I don't know.
Aside from the music, man, I know you're doing some amazing things. You're traveling the world, working with different brands, different establishments. Talk to us about that. What's some of the craziest stuff that you've done in recent times?
Well, I mean, like, apart from speaking at Cambridge and doing stuff like that, it's, I've worked with a lot of different brands, period. And now I'm moving more into acting and doing voiceover work and things like that.
Can we talk about Empire? That's my show right now. When I saw you in Empire, the gas levels were up here.
Thank you, darling. No, that was fun. So I released True Romance, my last album, in February. Conqueror was a single that we had bubbling before that. And they asked us to use it in the show. Now, I know Taraji and met Terrence and I know Jussie really well. And so I was like, yeah, let's do it. And can I act in it too? Can I do a part? Like, I really want to do this, And then they were like, yeah, come on. So they wrote me the part of Delphine and I played the part. They were like, they gave me pointers. They're like, just go be like Diana Ross. OD it, but be like Shirley Bassey, be the British version, kill it. And I was like, okay. So definitely went and got super long hair. And I was like, darling, doing all that grand shit. And they loved it. They were like, this is perfect. To me, it's a step and it's an amazing opportunity, and I'm thankful. I'm grateful. This is what I want to do in the future. I look at the Queen Latifah, Jill Scott route as far as music and acting, and I think that's a template.
I was definitely like, hell yeah. And
thank you.
I mean, throughout as a woman, especially a woman in the industry, the entertainment industry, I've been rooting for you for a long time, especially because of the fact that you're a dark skinned female,
a beautiful dark skinned female. Say it right.
Hey.
A queen.
Right. Hello. Can you not stop interrupting when you're so squirmy?
It's nice to know I'm loved. It's nice to know I'm loved. There I go.
So, Nubian.
No, see? Look,
hey.
Slow down now. Nubian, no? Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. know.
So yeah, no, it was really nice, and I know that usually the status quo, everybody thinks, okay, we're gonna go for the light skin option,
Yeah,
the curly hair
they have
option,
that.
and to see you and for people to be holding you in high esteem as a beautiful woman that you are was really, really exciting for me, for myself, and a lot of the people that follow you. And I'm not sure if you know that that's what's happening in the UK.
I
but
don't.
I should
but
remind you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
Oh, that's cinema.
Oh, thank you. Well, look, let me say this. To me, that comes as a result of how you take yourself. You know, I was brought up in a family with so many different shades, and my mom just told us we were all black. If the NF or the Ku Klux Klan is running after you, they're running after all of you. They're not running after the light or the dark one. They're running after all of you. You know, so you're just black, and just be nice on the inside. Those are the two bottom line rules. So I don't entertain the idea of, well, you shouldn't because you're darker, or you should because you're lighter. If you're good at it, do it. If you suck at it, you suck at it. But just go strive to be good, and that's why I take it. So I walk in a room with that presence of, what you say? What do you need?
Well, I think that's amazing, because I think that might have also contributed to the fact that you was able to approach the people that you have.
Right.
Because as a woman, it's really hard to be taken seriously, obviously.
Girl.
Without
it doesn't stop even at this point. It doesn't stop.
Posty, shall we leave?
Sometimes
Right, we have to have a girl power conversation right here.
with
Nah, I feel you. Nah.
Yeah.
You know, and there is,
100. All right, sorry.
as long as you know your role.
All right. Whoa.
So,
Back me, Posty, man.
there's no back if she's not on it.
Listen, I'm behind the ladies.
So yeah, I
100%.
think it's important to be able to kind of find another route, obviously, apart from the sleeping yourself up the ladder thing. And there's a
Absolutely.
I'm a respectable woman, and I want to make moves in this industry because I have my personal talents, and respect to you for that.
Thank you, Don.
Has that happened to you in the music industry where people expect you to sleep your way to success?
I've had way more people come at me for like, who do you think you are? You're brown, you don't get that far. Then people have said to me, you should be fucking this person to get there. And to me, it's not even more, it's not one or more offends me more. It just offends me equally.
In both America and the UK?
Yeah, the undermining, the assumption, the walk in the room with the assumption, and then, I'm good with words. So I'll put someone in their place real quick. And, they might hate me for 3 seconds, but they respect me, and that's all I care about. I don't give a fuck if you hate me. Just respect me.
So your collaboration with Rick Ross, were you in studio together?
No, he did that separate. That was a good one, though.
Yeah. Have you met?
Yeah,
Because
we did a video and
he's
everything.
mentioned you a few times as well in a few interviews I've seen.
We did a video for Break My Heart. That was fun. I had to stand on a ledge. So if you check out the video, there's a pool, and we had to stand on this ledge. The ledge was literally that thick, right?
Yeah.
It's just me and Russ, and we're standing like, dance, move, and up. Russ got my back like this. He's literally just like holding me in the back like, don't worry, baby, I got you. And I'm just like, yo, I'm about to die. I'm in heels, about to die. We're trying to rock out. But it was a fun shoot. It was hot as balls. They had me in a swimsuit for the first time in anybody's music video. It was nerve-wracking. There were so many people.
Why? I don't understand. Why was it nerve-wracking?
I'm not naturally the girl that's like titties, like I don't do
Should
that.
have been doing that from a long time ago.
And this is a prime example of what I'm talking about. Shit, you got dodge. No, I'm joking. But not really. Now look, no, it's that's not my thing when I'm selling music. But the older I get, the more I'm like, well, these tits ain't gonna be up here forever, so why not?
I hear that.
What I wanted to ask you, obviously, American Boy was such a big song. Mm-hmm. Is that a gift and a curse having a song that huge? And is it something that sometimes is a cloud over your head because people think, are you gonna have a song? No. Not necessarily as good, because obviously you can make a song as good, but as big.
I think that when I had 1980, they said the same thing. Like,
true.
I was here and I had this record, and everyone was like, well, okay, you've done it now. Mm-hmm. What you gonna do next? Mm-hmm. And then Free came along. Yeah. And then American Boy came along. So it's progressing, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And now it's Conqueror. Yeah. So to me, I don't pay attention to that stuff. You want a song like American Boy. Yeah. I've been doing shows for ever. Yeah. Since that record came out. Like, I'm legit exhausted. I have 2 shows this weekend, Detroit and Chicago, and I guarantee you I'm a rewind American Boy 4 times, along with Conqueror, and along with Thank You, and along with other records that people love. My point is you just make quality music, and however it blesses you as it blesses you. Don't ever call it a curse. It's a blessing. You want a classic.
When you make a song like that, can you live off it?
Oh, absolutely.
You can?
Yes.
And you've been doing that song for how many years now?
I released it in 2008, so almost 8 years.
So you probably don't even really have to work anymore.
I have to work. Like, I have to work. This is what I do. This is what I'm called to do as an artist.
Yeah.
You know, this is what I'm called to do as a musician. I don't do it for the sake of one record and I'm done.
Yeah.
So I push myself. I want to do other records that touch people in the same way. So I have to work.
So you're constantly touring across America?
Consistently.
Are you ever going to move back here?
I don't know.
Why? Tell us why life is better over there for you.
I never said that.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe, and this is real life, if I have a kid, I may want the kid to come here and go school for a while. So maybe I'll move back in that space. But, you know, I'll probably always have a space there because I like it there. It's fun.
You're talking children.
Is that an exclusive?
Well, I'm 35.
Have you
No, I don't have any
someone?
children. I don't have a special someone. This is the future talking here. But like in real life things, I'm 35, I'm grown, and I do want a kid. So maybe the education system is way better here. This is real life. And so in that aspect, I might. But maybe I'd always have a place there. You know, I'd always have somewhere to live there. I like it there.
Yeah, no, I respect.
it's
What's
fun.
your favourite state?
New Orleans.
Do you sound English to them still?
Ish.
Because you sound a little bit
I sound
American to
American,
us.
yeah.
You're like
I'm
proper
hearing that.
halfway.
I know.
You're-
I'm learning as well though because I have to act.
Oh, okay.
So they're telling me every time I go for auditions, so I'm learning, I'm picking up the lingo and the way it sounds and certain words. And in addition, if you get in a taxi with a British accent, your $40 fare will be $80. Not about that life.
That's why you got to get.
Definitely.
That's why you got to
Not
get
about
Uber.
that.
It don't matter.
True that.
No, when I was in LA, you just put the Uber
No,
and
but
they
you know
tell
what?
you.
They still can.
They will go
it's
off the
between
grid.
This and this.
They will go off the grid. They will take you some other routes. Oh, don't worry. I'll take you there. And you will be in that car for a good hour. Like, why?
Yeah.
It was 10 minutes down the road on my iMap. Why am I still in this car?
So how long when you was in America did you realize that you've been paying extortionate prices?
I think
Did
it was
it
about
take you
the
a
first
couple
2 years.
years?
It took me 2 years. I was like, the fuck? How much did I spend on cabs this week?
That's like half the advance on cabs.
No, not that much. But it was definitely, and I lived in Manhattan, then I went to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is real. This $25 cab fare from Lower Manhattan to Brooklyn, and it's $13 or $15.
Yeah, that was.
Why New Orleans though? Why is that your favorite state?
Because it feels like the West Indies or Africa.
Oh, is it like that?
Yeah, it's warm. The vibe is easy. You can go from being secluded, and I like quiet. I'm so completely different from the person that gets on stage and sings. As a person, I'm super in my head.
Yeah.
You know, I like my quiet. I like my home. I like being in my surroundings.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not the girl with 50 people in that entourage.
Yeah.
So New Orleans has that old city, old world charm, and the houses still feel like the back of South Kensington kind of thing, or West Kensington, if that makes sense. But you're still in a major city. You can go where you want to go. You can go get drunk on Bourbon Street and then go over there in the back of Treme or wherever, or just off the edge of the French Quarter and just be, no one knows where you are, and just live your life. And I like that.
So before 1980 and Free and all your other classic songs since then, I imagine that you were probably one of the first female rappers / singers, and you were kind of doing this independently.
Right.
Did you came up with Black Twang, right? Or did you just make a good song with them?
Afterwards, we made a great song.
Yeah. Now, what was your mind frame at the time? Were you just? I'm trying to figure out whether you're kind of like the kids nowadays that are just trying to do music, and then obviously now they see hope because they can see where they can achieve. But at the time, I doubt that there was many people that you could look up to in the lane that you were going with.
Right.
So did you ever feel like you was going to be in the position you are in now, or were you just doing it because you could?
No, I part half and half. I believed I would succeed. I plan to succeed. I plan
But
to
to
be,
this level?
Yes, I plan to be bigger than this. So, if you shoot for the stars and you hit the clouds, you ain't doing too bad.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But I plan for it. Yeah, hell yeah. To this level and beyond. I wanted to win Grammys. I wanted to be nominated. I wanted to do music to the nth point, because guess what? I feel like it's what I'm born to do. I feel like this is why I'm here. Like when you go out and you do records like American Boy and Conqueror and all these records, and you're like, you see people and they come up to you and they're talking to you and they're like, man, this helped me through this period. Or even it started with Free. And someone will come up to me and be like, yo, that record helped me leave this guy who was abusing me and stuff like that. And I'm 24 at the time.
Yeah.
You don't take your talent or your blessing lightly.
Did you write that yourself?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you. You don't take it lightly.
Let's talk about amazing. I mean, you've had some great accolades. What was your favourite?
The Grammy.
The Grammy.
Yeah.
The Grammy.
That was like I'm not crazy. Oh my God, I'm not crazy. All this wasn't in vain. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, literally, like, I think I celebrated so hard that day. I sat down on the hotel floor and my girl V was there and couple of my London folk were there, Aaron and a few other folk.
She doesn't return my emails. It's cool. Yeah, she gets a shout out anyway.
She does. They were all there and it was like I'm surrounded by my people and they saw me give almost everything up and say, F it, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna do it. No matter what anyone says. And I did it. I could do anything. You know?
So talking about thanking Jesus, I know your family were quite religious and weren't really for you doing music. So how do they feel now that you've actually had a major success from music and you've actually shown that this was a true blessing?
My mom is, it was more my mom saying to me, so look, you're not going to be effing and blinding in these streets on these raps. So it forced me to use words. She's like, you're not going to use the N-word. You're not going to be out here carrying on with that business. No. You know, I taught you better. I raised you better. So I forced me to use my vocabulary. But she also was like, have a backup. My dad played drums and he was a session musician for a lot of reggae artists back in the day. And she saw the ups and downs. She was like, you know, you can't just lean on that for income or because it could go at any time. I was like, you're right. So I did. I went and got my journalism at college, my GMVQ. I don't know if that's relevant now. And journalism and all that stuff, and right, it's mad. Oh, she was laughing. Something else, ain't it? But like I did that at college, and then I left and I went and did journalism, and I worked at what you call it, at a production company doing music videos. So I learned all the stuff around it, and then I became the artist. They like it now, you know. Like about 5-6 years ago, my mum was like to me, of everyone, I'm happy, I'm proud, I know you can go get this life, so go do what you gotta do.
How many siblings do you have?
There's 9 of us.
9?
8 kids.
Wow.
8 below me.
Having that conversation
7
with your
below me.
mum about kind of the content of your music, how do you feel about like Nicki Minaj and MCs like that? Because she's like completely uncensored. She just goes in. Live
your life, say your shit.
Would you collaborate with Nicki Minaj if that opportunity came about?
Absolutely.
Or has it?
No, not really. But absolutely, I think mainly because she talks her truth or what she thinks is her truth and what's going to work for her. And I can't fault anybody. Plus, I've done records like Make Her Say, which is talking about Make My Pussy Say, and Freak, so...
Whoa.
Beat it up.
You know, beat it up. Yeah.
Yeah,
so it
it
is what it is. It's
Nicki
similar
Minaj
thing.
would sound good on that.
Yeah.
Get that remix popping.
Nah, she good. We good.
No, so, all right. So, I need to ask you this question. So, who do you think who's your favourite female MC of all time? Because you're a good person to ask.
What's hard?
You know, like some people say Nicki or Kim. I think Nicki's better than Kim. I think she's the best female rapper ever.
I had this whole thing in the club the other day, right? So Lil' Kim performed at my friend's party. And from the time she hit the stage, everybody knew all the words to everything. It didn't matter age, it didn't matter race. Who you loving? Who you want to be hugging? Pimpin' on your ninja hug. Like, she's like, she killed it. Like, it was so many levels of like, I fucking forgot I knew this.
Yeah.
Like losing it. I have video footage. Like, everyone was losing it. And then I think to myself, maybe it's a generational thing. Maybe the youngins know all the words to Nicki's. So I can't call them better or worse in that space.
Yeah,
they do separate things, but they're different iterations of each other.
I feel like Nicki could have showed Kim a bit more respect.
Yeah.
Though, just to
you know what?
just shout out.
She did,
like,
she did shout her out at first.
Okay.
She did shout her out, but Kim didn't want it.
Okay.
She didn't want
What's
it.
wrong with you,
It was
Kim,
a lot.
man?
It was a lot.
Okay.
But like,
Foxy or Kim?
that's hard.
Oh.
That's hard. I like reggae, so Foxy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Foxy had me like
Foxy was...
all the words, all the like laid back bad girlism to put it in a
I
phrase,
think
like,
Foxy-
her whole shit was so
I think Foxy too, but Kim put more work in than Foxy.
She did.
That's the only thing.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
both of them had help and all that
Yeah.
stuff too. And
But lyrical wise, I mean, you can't say anyone can spit better than Nicki Minaj.
Nah, Nicki's my favourite.
Lyrically,
Yeah.
lyrically. After you,
is he
obviously.
baiting me? Like, is
The
he
music
serious?
videos.
No.
Just lyrically.
I just think lyrically.
Yeah,
what do you
no,
think?
Yeah, based off lyrics, completely
Why
100%.
not
Yeah,
mention,
Nicki.
you know?
They out here lying. They out here bullshitting.
I wish Nicki had more to her,
You know what I like?
apart from just being lyrical.
More to her. She want her to add on more than she's already got. Seriously.
playing this game. I think that I like Nicki on the mixtapes, and I like her as a pop artist on the dance records. That's how I feel.
That's everything then, on the mixtapes and on a
she does a middle lane of records that I'm not too sure about, but I like her on the mixtapes, and I like her in the David Guetta space.
Alright.
You know, I
Alright,
like her in the,
something's been getting really popular over here.
what's that?
You know, like a lot of girls that I went to school with look a bit different now.
What are they doing?
They're getting bum shots in America and, you know, things of that nature. I don't know if I'm pro bum shots or not,
I
though.
mean, you sure it's not like natural growth?
No.
It's
Nah.
definitely work.
No, you know when the hips like, you know, what was it called? Fat transfer or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. All right, cool. So you've been
When he knows the term.
He's acting like he doesn't know.
So I'm pretending.
Right, waist trainer.
The waist trainer don't do shit. You need to transfer. But yeah, anyway, look.
About them Latina girls, you see, he's back.
Yeah.
Waist
So,
trainer don't do shit. You gotta get the foot. Wow.
So that must have been happening in America maybe like, I don't know, 7 years ago, maybe a little bit way before the craze has started here a little bit.
3-4 years.
What do you think about that whole procedure and stuff? Like, what are your views on women getting those?
I don't judge them, but what frustrates me is when the girls feel like they have to do it because
Yeah.
it's peer pressure.
Yeah.
I had a young girl was backstage at the UNCF Awards, and she's like assistant and makeup artist, and she's like to me, "What do you think of like implants and like, you know, I want to get my butt done." I said, "Show me." She was like, I was like, "Just do some squats. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, workout, man."
Yeah.
Take care of your health first. And second of all, and she was like, "So like, why haven't you done it?" I said, "Because I like myself. I like the person I am. I like the body that I was born into and the person that, you know," and it took me a while to get to the space of being like, shit, I'm healthy and my shit is in the right place. Thank you, Lord. I'll take, my boobs are still somewhere near here, and if they ain't, then shit, a bra will do it. You know? Like, it's this level of like being told you shouldn't like yourself
Yeah.
But
consistently.
the pressure in
bombarded.
America is because when I was staying in Washington Heights for a little while, and I was
Right.
going to Queens to the nail shop,
Yeah,
and
and
the
these
guy was
girls
coming
are all-
around with his little suitcase with the injection. Like, this is like $200 shot. Like, I was
What?
like, wow, is this really
it's
serious?
Real. It's real.
Like,
Just
this-
shot in the.
yeah, he was just coming
bum
around with his
shots.
suitcase. If you want it,
Pause.
you can get it now.
Yeah.
Like right now.
It's crazy.
Like-
It's
$200.
pressure. It's peer pressure. It's the new haircut to the extreme. Like, it's ridiculous. I think it's about self-worth. I think it's about letting people know that they're okay to look like a regular girl, have a little bit of a belly if you need to, go gym and work it out. If you don't, eat properly, take care of yourself, and just like the original body you came in. And if you have a kid, or if your body gets somewhat distorted by no fault of your own, by all means, and I ain't gonna judge nobody at the same time, go do it. But don't feel like you're 15 and, oh God, the only way to get this is to go and do that. Your body is gonna change. And women, right? Your body is gonna change at 25. Your body is gonna change at 28. Your body is gonna change at 32. Your body is gonna change at 35. Your body's gonna change at 40. You want to do all that early, you want to put all that stuff in yourself, and then on top of that, your body's changing, you are going to look insane. You will look terrible.
Yeah.
You will look terrible. You don't want that long term. I don't care what no one's. No, just love yourself.
Yeah,
You're
because
alright.
it's new. We haven't really seen any like 40-year-olds with the.
Yeah,
Because
that's-
apparently,
that's
because
the scary.
Wait for it.
That's the scary bit.
Wait
yeah,
for
because
it.
somebody I know, or someone got it done. Well, sorry. Yeah, someone I know got it done, and she says she can eat whenever she wants to eat now. She's probably never gonna get fat again.
Wait for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But-
Is that realistic?
No buts.
That's not realistic.
No, that's the body. That's
Wow.
your body for
That's
life.
not realistic because
That's-
guess
I
what?
can't do that.
She sucked the fat out and put it in her butt, right?
Yeah.
What happens to the fat that you put back in when you eat and all you want?
And they said
you're
that
human. You're
gives
not
you-
bionic.
Gives you
It doesn't go
cellulite
anywhere.
It
Okay.
results if you put on too much weight.
Exactly.
That's what I heard.
Your body changes. Love the one you have, man. Figure it out.
Yeah.
You're all right.
With that advice, have you ever made any? I know you're a positive person, but have you ever made any major mistakes in your career so far
In my career.
that others could learn from that? Maybe watching this now.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I was very short-tempered for a very long period of time, and I had this thing of wanting everything now the way I wanted it done. And when you work in a business like this, you have to understand that everyone has their way and everyone has their they're just their way of doing stuff. And you know, sometimes you can hurt yourself by going and running and saying, "Man, do it this way, do it this way, do it this way." It kind of puts people off you. You know, so I made a couple mistakes in that aspect, but thank God not too many, and I learned from them real quick. You know, it's like sometimes let the process be what it's going to be, and trust that everything's working out for your good.
So just managing your temper and
Yeah, managing
emotions.
yourself, managing your temper, managing the way you handle yourself as a business person.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you ever gonna perform Trickster again? You know,
I think I even know the words anymore.
that
Wait.
made you like top 5 dead or alive. Just that song for females. Everyone's gonna forever remember you.
I think I will at some point.
You should, man.
You know what I was having this conversation the other day, and I was like, where are all the female singers and all the female girls, like really like on a tiny level and all that, you know, like where are they?
Yeah.
That's my question with it. Just
What,
ran off the
UK
top 5
female
dead or
singers?
alive, yeah.
That are doing well.
That are doing amazing, that are featuring on top 10 pop records. Where are they?
We got Jessie J, Emily Sandé,
Black girls.
Worst.
Emily Sandé.
It's just one?
Where did Misha B? How was she?
Rihanna Rivers.
How did she do, Misha B?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Leanne.
more in the States than here though, right?
No, there's more.
She's doing it.
There's more. Who am I missing?
That's what I want to see. Because I mean, even when I started, before I even blew up, there was Kelly LaRock and there was Shola Alma.
Yeah,
And there was
yeah.
a few other girls that inspired me to really get up and
Kelly
be
LaRock's
like,
coming back though, isn't she?
do some stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
forgive us if we've
So
missed
it's a whole
anyone.
other feeling, but like but like those girls to me made me feel like I could do it.
All right.
You know, I want to see them. So I just went up for you saying top 5. I was thinking about like who's the top 5 singers? Where are the girls like that?
I just didn't want to say you was number 1, but
Aw.
you'll always be my number 1.
Aww. Is he Brennan or is he ready? Oh,
And on that note,
so feel his muscles up for him. Look. Hey.
Take that.
Estelle,
Oh God.
you've been the first female musician on the show. Want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for
Shouts
having
out to mrdrinks.co.uk. Check that out. Subscribe to our YouTube now.
Thank you.
NFTR.